a re-election, any misgivings about the voters who just voted for you and now you tell them, sorry, I'm not going to do the job?
I think I could contribute even more to the kind of things that the citizens of Vermont were hoping to have me contribute in the Treasurer's office, one floor up in the Secretary of Administration. You know, my office, by the way, as you know, the Agency of Administration oversees direct line to the Department of Finance and Management, and the Office of the Treasurer works hand in glove with the Department of Finance and Management. So my work has been intimately involved with the work of Finance and Management Administration for the last 8 years. And I think I can assure the citizens of Vermont that I will continue to work on those kind of issues that are important to them. And I'm very confident that I will have access to the governor who is going to appoint the next treasurer of the state of Vermont, and that we will be able to appoint a treasurer that will hopefully continue to provide a balanced and professional approach, not a political partisan office, but a professional office of state treasurer that actually works as a team with the governor and the finance and management department and all the others in state government.
With Susan and with Jeb, you picked two Democrats known for their conservative bent fiscally. What are you telegraphing here with these choices?
Well, you know, I've been really clear that I am a very fiscally cautious governor. I do not believe that Vermont's biggest problem is that our taxes are not high enough. I think they're too high. I do believe that we are spending beyond our ability to pay our bills, which is why we're in the third year of having to dig deep into the cuts. So we have a lot of challenges, and one is to bring what I call business skills to state government. And I understand that I've been a public servant part-time for a number of years in the Senate, but primarily I'm a business person, and I'm going to run state government like a business. And businesses need people who understand that you can't achieve your dreams if you can't balance your books.
There was, if I could shift for a second to sort of your priorities coming up, there was a presentation across the street from the staff person of the Blue Ribbon Tax Study Commission. Is that going to be a priority for you in the legislature? Their findings are going to come out in January. Fairly structural changes in how taxes are collected, perhaps. Are you going to try and roll those out?
Absolutely. I mean, we obviously have to let them make their recommendations, but I've said very clearly that I do believe that Vermont's current tax structure is discouraging wealth and discouraging business growth. And taxes do matter, among many other infrastructure changes that government can make to help grow jobs and grow economic opportunities. You know, I am so bullish on Vermont's jobs future. I think that we have extraordinarily bright future, but it's going to require making the right infrastructure judgments and making them quickly and making them smart. And tax policy is a part of this.
And what about other appointments? What's the schedule for that?
Well, we understand that we're a little bit hampered next week by some of the Thanksgiving holidays, so we'll be making them as we think we're ready. I really wanted to get this core together. My management style is to work collaboratively. I find that you get the best results when you have really bright people helping you make tough decisions. Now that we have this team together, we're going to start to focus on the secretaries very, very intently to make the right judgments there. But I couldn't really make those judgments without the collaboration of the team, and you're seeing the team.
Might we see other people who are in the primary?
What primary?
The Democratic gubernatorial primary?
Oh, the primary.
Just in memory, I know.
Just in memory. You know, I'm not going to comment on who we might see. I can tell you that we have an extraordinary array of talent coming our way. Our co-chairs, Liz Bankowski and Howard Dean, are doing a great job of wading through those resumes and that interest, and we'll keep you posted as developments come forward.
Are you saying that nothing before Thanksgiving?
Not necessarily. Stay tuned. Don't go too far away.
Susan, can you talk about how the budget work has been going?
You know, we just started, and what we were confronted with, that everybody knows, and I don't really know anything any differently now than I did several weeks ago, which is there's a gap of $112 million between the revenues coming in and the bills that are there. The administration is being great about helping us with the transition and meeting with, I've begun with Commissioner Weir, we're meeting with all the different agencies, and just starting to go through their budgets. So really, there's nothing terribly interesting or new there, and I don't expect there will be until well into December anyway, to have some idea what it looks like.
Did you consult with Governor Douglas or anybody on his staff as you thought about who you were going to make appoint to these key positions?
You know, the governor has been extraordinarily gracious in this transition and is willing to help in any way that he can. By the way, I've had the same offer from the lieutenant governor, and you know, the entire Douglas team has really bent over backwards for us. So the answer is I haven't consulted on particular appointments, but they're certainly willing and ready to help in any way that we might require. So we're grateful.
Are you thinking that some people who are in state government now will be able to stay? And are you looking broadly, you know, those who are there as well as those people outside?
Right, you know, the precedent is, and we will follow the precedent, that we ask in 30 days notice that everybody submit their resignations. There are certainly people in state government currently that we'll be looking at in the days and weeks ahead.
Alex is going to be functioning as press secretary in addition to your other roles, or will there be yet another appointment of a press secretary per se?
We haven't made that decision. We'll keep you posted, but for now, Alex is the go-to person. You have to remember that Susan and I slashed the transition budget pretty drastically to save taxpayer dollars toward the end of the session, so we're enjoying our own medicine.
You've criticized Governor Douglas in the past for being on constant campaign mode, and you've appointed your campaign manager to a high-level position in your cabinet. What are we to read into that?
Well, you know, I want to make clear that Alex was my campaign manager for a lot shorter period of time than she was the person who ran the state senate for me. So I would argue that Alex has done an extraordinary job helping me to run the Senate over the last several years. Without her, the Senate would not have functioned as well as it did. And while she did take a brief break to get me elected governor, really her main role has been to keep the Senate passing legislation that makes a difference for Vermonters.
Do you have a person in mind to be the next state president?
No, we welcome applications. If any of you are interested, let us know.
The challenges for change is still a lingering financial issue. It's at this point, I think, about $8 million short of the intended target. Are you still going to consistently push to meet that $8 million goal?
Well, you know, we have real budget challenges, as you know, but in terms of challenges, what we'll be doing is, now that we've assembled the team, looking very carefully at what has worked, look carefully at what hasn't worked, and we'll be getting back to you on how we're going to go forward with challenges along with a lot of other areas of state government.
Still pushing for that same financial target initially, or do you think there would be some adjusting?
Too early to say.
Will you be negotiating with the Vermont Troopers Association anytime soon, or with VSCA on retirement benefits? I know that was talked about before the election, and
Yeah,
just wondering what's going on with
Just
that.
want to be really clear that we all understand, that the six of us standing before you, that we are in transition. None of us, I'm still the president of the Senate, Jeb's still treasurer, Beth is, as you probably know, a practicing lawyer. Susan is meeting her functions as the chair of appropriations in the Senate, helping us navigate the budget in that capacity. And Bill is helping us out with transition, but still taking care of some of his obligations too. So we're all doing the best we can, but none of us will be able to make real policy decisions until we're sworn in. Fortunately, there is only one governor and one secretary of administration, and the rest at a time.
But Jeb could be moving ahead on some of those things, right, on the VSCA stuff?
I continue to fill my role as state treasurer, and will do so, and look forward to having hopefully fruitful discussions both as state treasurer and as part of the administration.
Do you think that the relationship between your administration and the Democratic General Assembly will be everybody's consensus is the one between Governor Douglas and a Democratic legislature?
Well, you know, I don't want to comment on the, let's put it this way. I think that sometimes we tend to overemphasize the contentious relationship between the Douglas administration and the legislature. I mean, let's remember, there have been a couple of issues we disagreed on. One was the state budget, and the other 2 years ago now, and the other was on marriage equality. Other than that, we worked pretty collaboratively to get things done, including balancing the budget last year. And, you know, people forget how many things we did together. So, you know, in fairness to the governor, I just want to point out, we did what Vermonters asked us to do with our Republican governor and Democratic legislature, and that was get things done. And I expect we'll do the same with this legislature.
Do you anticipate members of your own party from the legislature accusing you of trying to balance the budget on the backs of vulnerable Vermonters?
Well, you know, I think here's the opportunity. The opportunity for all of us is to forget about party, to forget about partisan politics, and to use the energy that comes with a new administration, with new ideas and a new vision, to help Vermonters get back to work. And I'm not interviewing anybody who doesn't commit to me that they're going to work collaboratively with us every single day to lift the boats of the middle class, to get Vermonters back to work, to create jobs and create economic opportunities. That's what the next 2 years will be about. Thank you.